It is a painful cycle to remember over and over and over that we are sentient beings and that we are meant to experience life as it comes to us. And it may seem like the most simple concept to live in the present, but when people are constantly living in the future or the past, it either creates anxiety or depression. And unfortunately, I feel like most of the population of human beings are constantly in this cycle of doing, go, go, go. What's going to happen if this? What's going to happen if not? But this happened. And we are so analytical sometimes. Sometimes I feel like we are overly analytical. And when we live in that over analytical state, we forget that we are sentient beings. At the end of the day, we are animals. How can we forget that? How do we forget ourselves like this over and over and over again and not just let ourselves live? Because we've created a structure that we're trying to live through, and we have this certain perceived success in our minds of achievement and of this future of if we achieve this, if we have this, if we just hold on to this a little bit longer, we're going to be happy, we're going to be okay. But then we just forget ourselves so much that we don't even live in the present moment, in the gift that is every day, in the gift that is our life, in the gift that is our reality, in the gift that is our hearts beating while we sleep, in the gift that is our breath in every moment, in the gift that is our body that allows us to move, and the gift that is the food that nourishes our body and gives us energy, and the gift that is the sun that touches our skin and just like not only warms us up, but bro, we need that shit. Sorry, I don't even mean to get passionate. We need the sun because we get depressed without it. We need vitamin D. So anyways, sorry. This is going off in a really long tangent, but what I'm trying to say is we forget ourselves. We are sentient beings. We are not meant to be analyzing every single little thing that we're doing constantly. That is why we are so sad, angry, depressed, grieving all the time, because we're not even living in the present reality. How are we enjoying the fruits of our labor if we're constantly thinking of the next thing to go for? If we can just take a moment collectively to just, what do I have right now? What is right in front of me? Where am I? Like, who is right in front of me? Who can I love right now? Who can I hug? Who, if I'm alone, can I take a breath and just thank you, body, for being alive. Thank you for working. Thank you for functioning. Thank you for everything being in the right place. And it's so hard when we're so analytical all the time. And I just being human is such a complex thing, and it's understandable to have all these like worries and anxieties, especially within our world and the world of social media and the way we get so caught up in these loops. But how do we forget ourselves so often? How do we forget that we're just beings? Why can't we just let ourselves be human for 1 second? You know what I mean? We're not meant to constantly be analyzing every single little thing that we're doing all the time. And I just wish we allowed ourselves more space to just be, more space to just play, more space to just love, and more space to live in the present moment. And it's just like, damn, we forget it's a gift because sometimes we're like, I don't really want to be doing this right now, but I'm doing this because blah, blah, blah. And the way that I've started to see it is everything that I do is an act of devotion towards myself. So if I don't feel like it's like, how do I explain this? So if I have something to do and I don't necessarily feel like I have the highest dopamine boost to where I can start this task, this is talking in ADHD terms, I think about it and I'm like, why am I doing this? And the reason that I do most of everything is in devotion to myself, to make my life easier, to love myself, to make myself feel good. You know what I mean? Like, I eat healthy because I want to feel good. I eat healthy because I don't want a stomach ache. I eat healthy. I move my body so that I can be strong, so that I can love myself, so that I can let out that grief and anger and sadness that I feel like. But I live in the present moment when I'm doing these activities, and that is why I love it so much, because I turn off my brain for 1 second and I'm just doing. And we forget that so often. We're just constantly on go, 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 and what's the next thing, and what's the next this and that. And then when we're in that moment, we're thinking about something else. So anyways, all this to say, we think way too much. We overanalyze before we act, and instead of acting and just discovering things along the way and living within the present moment and seeing and discovering the magic that is within the present moment, we miss it. We miss everyday moments with our loved ones. We miss everyday moments of magic within nature, within society, within humans. Even just like people watching nowadays, like everyone's just glued to their phone, and like I get it, like sometimes it's harder to be vulnerable than it is to like just pull out your phone and just like detach and isolate. But I think it's a beautiful process, honestly, to start detaching from the phone, specifically to start detaching in a healthy way and just let yourself be uncomfortable for a little bit, because it's then it's going to start to be beautiful. And if anyone tells you otherwise, I mean, they're uncomfortable within themselves to be able to live in that present reality. And what does that tell you about them? So, anyways, take a breath. Tomorrow is not promised. Every day is a blessing. Every breath is a blessing. I love you. You got this.